As I'm sure you're well aware at this point, Donald Trump is demoing the East Wing of the White House. He's doing this to make room for the ballroom that nobody asked for, a ballroom that's going to cost over $200 million. Now, yes, granted, this is supposedly going to be paid for by donors. With that said, this is the current state of the East Wing of the White House. It's currently demolished, basically. And allegedly, Donald Trump, as well as the administration, they're very upset that workers who are working on this demo are posting these pictures online. Probably because he said that this ballroom would not touch the White House in any way. He said that. That is from Donald Trump himself. That was very clearly a lie. Because not only is the East Wing currently being demoed, and yes, people will be right to point out that currently it's a very small sliver of the total footprint of the White House. It's a very small sliver even of the East Wing. With that said, there is new reporting that the entire East Wing will have to be demoed to be able to make room for his ballroom. Now, when you look at the renders of this new ballroom, this is some Mar-a-Lago fuckery that's going on here. And when it comes to Donald Trump, it tracks, right? It is ostentatious. The bigger, the badder, the better for Trump. Now, currently, this is supposed to be paid for without taxpayer money. It's supposed to be donor funded. And actually, the White House just put out a list of donors, and there are some mega wealthy people on that list, as well as some people who are part of the Trump administration. What is odd and what is interesting, and I don't know if you heard this, but Donald Trump says that the DOJ owes him $230 million because they indicted him. That is already crazy. What is more concerning to me is that Donald Trump currently controls the DOJ through his administration. And the most concerning part is that he says that he will be the sole decision maker as to whether or not the DOJ pays him this money. If you ask me, if you want a claim to $230 million, presumably for defamation, that would probably have to go through the court system. You can't just unilaterally say, yeah, you owe me that money. That's like me saying somebody owes me $230 million and then saying, you owe me $230 million and I'm going to decide whether you pay me or not. Obviously, you're going to decide in your favor. So for Donald Trump to say that he is a sole arbiter to decide what happens with our tax money is asinine to begin with. What makes it more concerning is that he says if he actually gets this $230 million, if he approves this $230 million transfer from the DOJ to himself, that it would go to either donations or ding, 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 renovations at the White House. And what makes it more interesting is that number is oddly close to how much the ballroom would cost. So if all this, and I hope it's not going to happen, hopefully it's not true. Trump does one thing very good, and that is to keep his name in the media. So hopefully that's all this is. But if that ends up happening, then this ballroom would absolutely be directly funded by taxpayer funds, because funds from the DOJ to Donald Trump's pocket then rerouted to renovations at the White House, that's taxpayer money. So nobody asked for this ballroom. Now, have other presidents made changes to the White House in the past? Absolutely. But usually they're minor or much smaller changes. This is a major, major thing that's taking place. This is not adding a pool or changing, personal decor or changing some decorations or flooring or lighting. This is adding an entire massive new portion to the White House while at the same time demoing potentially the entire East Wing. So some people have made the connection that, yeah, other presidents have made their own changes, their personal changes and their personal touches to the White House. That would be like Trump, that would be like Trump adding or changing the picture of Joe Biden to an auto pen, which obviously this is distasteful. And look, Trump would be fantastic if he was just like an internet troll comedian. He's not. He's a leader of the free world. So that is making personal touches. But demoing partially or the entirety of the East Wing to make room for a massively Mar-a-Lago fucked, ostentatious ballroom, we're not on the same page there. Something that's going to cost over $200 million, we're not on the same page there. I'll keep you up to date when it comes to this. If it ends up being taxpayer money, that would be bombshell news, and I will let you know. But in the meantime, if this video was informative, if you enjoyed it, if you liked my humor, my seriousness, my straight to the pointness, whatever, then please consider subscribing. Even if you didn't, if you hated every minute of it, here's the thing. Civil discourse is the backbone to this country, and civil discourse is the only way we're going to fix any of our problems. So even if you absolutely disagree with me, I welcome civil discourse. You can let me know your thoughts below. You can even subscribe if you want to, so we can debate further in the future. Now, it's very difficult to grow here on YouTube, so every subscription means the world to me. With that said, if you haven't seen from the name already, this is my Yap About Anything channel, hence the name Yaponomics. This is my unqualified opinion. If you want my qualified opinion, you'll find that over on the main channel. It's just my name. My formal education is in finance and like a decade plus of experiences in finance and economics. So that's all we talk about on the main channel. It's investing, it's Federal Reserve policy, it's economic changes, it's global trade, tariffs, all that stuff is over on the main channel. Here, we talk about everything under the sun that I think is important or interesting. So with that said, yeah, that's all I have for you today. Please let me know your comments in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care.